So I've seen a resurgence of the RZ67 with photographers like Petra Collins and a lot of young YouTubers. And
The Mamiya.
yeah. So
Yeah, I had that camera.
yeah, and there's a cheaper version called the RB67.
Well, that's like the older version?
Yeah, there's like an older version.
That one's the fully mechanical one. It doesn't require any batteries.
Okay.
Yeah, the RZ requires a battery, just for the light meter.
Okay, so it does
Otherwise,
have
it's
a
all
light meter.
mechanical.
Yeah,
too.
I've never actually shot it, so.
Yeah, that's a beast of a camera, man.
Yeah. What lenses did you have for the RZ?
I just had the standard one. I think it was a 65.
65. Okay.
It's been a while since I've had that camera, but something like that. I remember I had to have like a really big Onus strap for it, and I put it over my shoulder, and it
yeah,
like I wouldn't take any other cameras with me that day, except for maybe a point and shoot to help me with make sure that the meter was right.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of young photographers right now going into the RZ67 who, admire people who shoot that camera on Instagram.
I mean, it makes such cool pictures. Like, if you get it all right and you're with the right lighting and the right subject at the right time and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work with that thing, and you got to maybe go to the gym more. It's seriously big. Like, it's very heavy.
Yeah, how did the lenses compare to, like, the Zeiss lens on the Hasselblad?
It's different. I feel like the Zeiss lens is on like because the Hasselblad, like the 500C, is like a older system, like 30 years older. So like it handles flare better. It looks more modern and stuff. And Mamiya made that camera all the way into the 2000s. I want to say.
Okay, so if you pick up one used, it might not necessarily be too old. So.
Yeah, well, and if you picked up one used, even if you got an old one, they're basically all mechanical cameras except for the light meter and the newer one. So if you did even buy an older one, like it would probably just work for a long time. Like the mechanical cameras seem to be pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure.
I think part of the other reason that it got a big resurgence and it's so popular was because of all the work that was done by Annie Leibovitz on that camera. That was like between that and a Leica. I think she did a Leica M for her personal work, but all of her pro work was through that camera. Like Mamiya was where it was at for her.
Yeah, I remember she finally switched to digital in like 2005-ish.
Yeah, and she just got Canons and stuff. But before that, she just shot all the Mamiya and she shot some Nikon and some Leica stuff, but mostly it was all of her stuff like in Rolling Stone and Vanity Fair and stuff. All that stuff is Mamiya for sure. That's the RZ. Yeah, that camera is.
Yeah, how's handling on it? Is it
well, so there's a lot of stuff you can get for it. Like there's like attachments you can get for it, like another handle and stuff, so you can like hold it more like a regular kind of camera. Yeah. But I always kind of shot it just looking down into the. I didn't have the extra eyepiece for it, so there's like a lot of accessories for it. It's kind of like medium cameras of now, like how the GFX is. Like you can get different eye pieces for it and viewfinders.
I think one of the cool things about it is you can flip the film tray in it, so you can shoot vertical or whatnot.
Yeah, just like the whole thing turns. You like push a button and the whole thing turns. Yeah, it's pretty neat. And then you don't have to turn because shooting that camera like this would be like not very practical.
So I mean, it sounds like the upsides are that it has a lot of prestige and. It's pretty modular.
And you can make remarkable images with it. I think that's why people mostly gravitate to it, because it just makes beautiful, beautiful photos.
Yeah.
And it's not super crazy expensive for that medium format look. Like you're saying, it is getting more expensive and there's like a resurgence in it, but at the same time, it's like, compared to buying a modern day medium format camera, it's very cost effective.
For sure. Yeah, if you're a young photographer who sees this camera being shot on Instagram and you want to get into it, consider how big it's going to be. But
and also consider how you're gonna like handle the post-production work, how you're gonna shoot the film, how much you're gonna pay to get it edited or edit yourself and develop it yourself. Like, because like I remember when I got that camera, I wanted to shoot it all the time, and I found myself developing all the film in my kitchen.
Pricey.
In my kitchen, I had to do it because I was just spending so much rolls of film. I was like, I can't afford to do this all the time. I'm gonna start developing it myself. That was the only way it made sense, and scan it myself and try to get better with this crazy old camera.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of heritage in portrait photography. So if you're a portrait photographer shooting fashion or just people in general, then maybe it's a great option to go with.
Yeah, if you're doing model-y stuff or you're doing fashion stuff, like it's a win-win. Also, I think if you were using it for landscapes, you could probably make. Because you can get a lot of dynamic range, and you can get a lot of detail in there,
Yeah, it would be nice to put it on the tripod so you didn't have to carry it around.
You would definitely want to use that on a tripod, Yeah, I think that you'd be crazy not to use it on a tripod for landscapes, But if you're using it for fashion and modeling kind of stuff, you might just have to handhold that thing. That's what I did.
Yeah, I've seen, you know, the young photographers on YouTube holding that thing just kind of down at their waist, and it's doable. But yeah,
I've got like maybe 5 or 6 shots that I still use in my portfolio from weddings. Like I took it to weddings for a bunch of seasons and made a lot of great pictures with it.
Yeah, when you think of weddings, you think of that contact system, the 80 millimeter f2 size. But I mean, not very many people think that the RZ67 would be great for weddings.
Yeah, it can do it. It can really make great pictures.
Yeah, I don't know why more wedding photographers don't shoot it.
Because it's giant. It's way too big to carry around, you know?
Yeah. But if you're already holding around a medium format camera, then I don't know.
Then why not carry around the biggest medium format camera, right? Yeah. But it's fantastic, and it does make great looks. So, like, if you're going to use it, like, for modelly stuff or fashion stuff, or you're going to use it, like, just to make some portfolio shots for yourself, do it.
Yeah.
Get it. Go out. Enjoy it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, this was photo footage on the RZ67. Go ahead and try it out if you want to spend a bunch of money on film.